Welcome back, everybody, to the Nexus Gaming Series. My name is Bahamut. We find ourselves here on Infernal Shrines for our game number 1 and our final best of 3 of the evening for Division E. On the left-hand side, we have FC Hong Kong, and on the right is going to be FF and the Pancakes. First things first, though, as always, we gotta let you know how we got here. Home team this evening is going to be the members of FC Hong Kong. Dear Lord. They will be, I believe they lost the coin flip. That means that the opposing side, FF and the Pancakes, they opted for first pick priority for game number 1, banning out Battlefield and Tomb. The opposing side, FC Hong Kong, was given map choice in game number 1, dear Lord, and Towers of Doom, Dragonshire, banned out by them. Infernal Shrines will be first map chosen by them. Let's get back into our draft and find out what we have so far. As a Diva will be banned. Everybody in every meta knows that Diva is apparently just first pick, first ban material. Do they ban out the Chromie here? Do we see a Chromie ban? That's the question that I do have. Hey Tiny, how you doing? Hey Papa. Hey Mustache Pet. Good to see you. Hey Geo. Okay, so Maiev will be banned out. They're going to go ahead and grab themselves a Kael'thas to start things out. Not a bad hero whatsoever when it comes to rotation, to wave clear, to burst, to CC, so he's just a good, strong hero overall for this map. Li Ming will be grabbed with the Joanna. Li Ming is a little bit on the harder side to play, in my opinion, on this map because of the skeletal defenders getting in the way during the shrine phase where you're trying to poke and pop off. So we'll see how that kind of works out for them. This Kael'thas, they could grab an Ana. Ana has a really good opportunity to be able to nano boost the Kael'thas, and you can actually nano boost mid-flight. I don't know what's happening, but it's a Kira and a Zul. Okay, alright, Kira and Zul coming through. We don't see a lot of Kira, so we'll be seeing her harassing the back line, I'm assuming. Using that revolving sweep to also just kind of, well, just push people around and be, well, what Kira is a nuisance. I actually really like this draft overall coming out for FF and the Pancakes so far. FC Hong Kong, they're going to get rid of the Mei as the opposing side needs a main tank, but who says you really need a main tank if you have a Zul? Me personally, if they don't plan to pick it themselves, I would have actually leaned into an Ana ban, unless they've scouted ahead and they know that FF and the Pancakes doesn't have any Ana players, that's a possibility as well. Ban-wise, though, on the right-hand side, they could choke out the support, or they're going to get rid of damage, actually. They don't want to deal with Cassia diving in and fending. They don't want to deal with more blinds, so not a bad ban. Okay, so Leoric grab for solo lane, Anduin for heal. Deckard to be picked up for their healer on the right-hand side. Not bad for rotation-heavy based map. I really like the Deckard here. Is this a main tank Zul? The next pick is going to really determine. So it's a solo lane Zul with, or maybe it might be solo lane Kira into Leoric. That's a possibility as well. We'll have to find out. I'm actually excited to see what the solo lane matchup will be. Me personally, I would say leave the Zul with your 4-man so that way you can clear and rotate faster. They're gonna grab themselves a Rainer on the left-hand side. Overall for the map, I like FF and the Pancakes draft so much better, but FC Hong Kong, they have a lot of good tools here. Their Shrine race isn't the best. It's not awful. I don't know. I'm kind of in the middle of all this. So happy the medallion exists. I'm loving it. I think competitively, it's a blast to cast. Don't see enough Kira. I love play. Yeah, I agree, Looney Tune. This is a really, really great hero. It's one of my favorites to actually cast. I don't get to see her enough. I think she's got a really interesting kit. Not a lot of people play her. A lot of mobility. Hey, Prostman. How you doing? I'm ready for this, though. I'm excited. I'm glad that we were able to sneak into this game. This is actually perfect timing, because we can get 2 nice best of 3s today. I'll probably be able to end stream early enough where I can go, like, read a book, or read some of a book, and then, like, go to bed and get some decent sleep. Hopefully. We'll see. Knowing myself, I know my stupid ass, and I'm probably going to stay up late watching a horror movie. I know it. I have this gut feeling. Either way. Crushinator, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you. If someone can shout out Crushinator, that'd be much appreciated. Thank you for bringing all your friends over here as we go ahead and get into game number 1 of our second best of 3 of the evening. On the left-hand side, we got the members of FC Hong Kong. We've got Black Stormer on the Leoric, Case Kata on the Anduin. We've got Ronin on the Joanna. We've got Nematode, I think, on the Rainer, and Cake will be on the Li Ming. On the right-hand side, we got the members of FF and the Pancakes. We have got Jaeger on the Murden. Mr. G will be on the Kael'thas. Courtney's going to be on the Kira. Stampy on the Zool, and we have, I think it's Ziggy, or XYXGY is going to be on the Deckard Cain. Dwarf, not launch, Dwarf Block at level 1 for the Murden, which I was actually talking about this in the previous series where Veggie was actually playing. It was actually this map when the Ghillie Sharks were playing, when Veggies literally went into the Storm Bolt build and just like walked into the core with that, which was a little surprising, but at the same time, like, not really. Like, I was like, oh, this doesn't make sense that they're going to be doing this right here, but either way, I Code for Food, thank you for the follow. Glad you're enjoying the content you're seeing. As a little back and forth at the start here, nobody going down, and this will just be the rotations beginning between these two teams. We have our core 4, as we were talking about beforehand, and here's the thing that I want to point out for the members of FF and the Pancakes. Their wave clear and their push rotations are so much faster because of Mr. G and Stampy, that Zool and the Leoric. Not Leoric, excuse me, the Zool and the Kael'thas. It's just so good for them right there. And Stampy and Mr. G, Stampy is actually kind of anchoring a little bit, playing a little bit of that main tank role and tanking some damage as Jaeger stays in this bottom lane, maybe just catching the wave. I'm not 100% sure, but the one thing that I wanted to point out is that they did right there really well for Stampy is they stepped up and they got the regeneration globe from Mr. G, forcing not forcing your Kael'thas player to be out of position to walk up and grab a regeneration globe. It's little things like that that make big differences in games. And I've had a bad habit of this myself, where it's like, well, I don't really need the regeneration globe. Like, I'm not going to step into it, but like I could grab it for someone on my friendly team because I don't know, I got a big fat booty because I'm usually Asmodan. Up in top lane, we're going to just see Black Stormer versus Courtney, and Courtney dove in for a second. I think this 1v1 goes in their favor. Leoric almost getting the life leech right there. This is going to also be the fatal wounds at level 1, so they're going to be scaling that up. There's the grapple to get Courtney out of there, and they'll back off for now. Actually, just utilizing the grapple to get away. Still going to be engaging in this top lane, but a very low mana bar on that Kira. Well, Cake is going to poke on the camp, but they actually dive back into the lane, making sure that they have some pressure on this enemy team. But this is what I'm talking about. The rotation and the speed in which they can clear these lanes is so quick for FF and the Pancakes. And it looks like they've actually had to kind of leave Rainer in mid to start pushing out back this camp as Murden dives in. They're going to lock them in with the root. There's a Gladiator's Medallion used. There was a slow out from the Deckard Cain from the Herodric Cube. They didn't go Sapphire at level 1. They also didn't go Ruby at level 4. They went into Shield Potions at level 4. So that's going to just be, well, some shielding for anyone that picks up a potion. We might actually see not Bottomless Flask, excuse me. We might see Super Potions. That one could be a great opportunity as well for them. And then you can see like Bottomless Flask at level 20 because it's such a great duo of it's just such a great talent on a map like this where you have constant rotations. You have these objective phases where, let's say the enemy team can dive into the backline, get onto the Deckard Cain. Well, if you have 20 talents here and you have that Bottomless Flask, at least you can sustain your team's healing when you're dead. Like, when I play Deckard Cain in solo Storm League, that's actually my go-to way I kind of play them is like, let's say I'm on Alterac Pass. If we're, 20 talents here, I'll set up a ton of potions and I have that Bottomless Flask, and I just make sure that like my team is ready to go in case I get dove, because sometimes my mispositioning will be mispositioning, but then my team can capitalize on that and find a couple kills. They have the sustained healing even if I go down early. So that's just my whole little tangent on the Deckard Cain overall. He's just such an S-tier level of healer, and he doesn't have the biggest threshold to like learn and play, like in the sense of he's not difficult to kind of pick up. It's you throw potions, throw combo, you kind of just piece it together as you play them fairly easy. It's not like Hans where you have to work at scatter shots, you have to work at your skill shots because of all of those questing talents that they have at level 1. Regardless, my tangent aside, let's actually get into this because there's been a bit of a back and forth. Stampy trying to get in the back lane right now, working their way out. They did pop the bone armor, which is going to be the backlash that you can actually see that it deals damage to anyone around them, as now they're getting popped a little bit. There's a root onto Leoric. A potion goes out for Stampy. This is going to be the objective phase so far in favor for the members of the red team, and it seems like, yes, this will be FF and the Pancakes able to grab themselves a Frozen Punisher for mid lane. Zixgi, thank you, Crushinator. Exactly, Stark Zool. Yeah, more Zool. Zixgi. Thank you so much. I'll do my best to remember that. Punisher jumps over. They're going to get the front wall here, and I believe that's as much as they're going to get. They didn't aggress with this too much. Jaeger was considering it maybe. Punisher does lock down the tower for a second or two, but I think Courtney and friends are going to just respect this. They'll back off, and they can actually really punish Blackstormer up in top lane because of the fact of they're so far extended in this lane, and they're not respecting that the enemy team is walking on the minimap. And I know they have Wraith Walk and everything. You can say that in chat, but like right now, there's still a lot of damage around them. The friendly team coming up to force this fight back. I'm actually surprised they did not get the burst onto them. Gladiator's Medallion used onto Jaegers. They dwarf toss away. And I'm actually surprised. I expected the Leoric to get punished for being that far up in the lane, but they managed to get away. They Wraith Walk out, and this will just be map kind of reset. We do have our 10 talent tiers coming through fairly soon. We got actually 2 levels, but we're going to go ahead and cycle through some of the other numbers, get an idea of what the damage, experience, and healing is looking like for this game number 1. Decker Kane's just such a good hero. Like if you suck at skill shots like me, just play Decker Kane. And if you don't feel comfortable on them, just play Lucio. Just keep people in a circle. Stampy is going to work their way out of this right now. Joanna did go into the Subdue at level 7, so that Punish is going to have the slow by 80% for hitting 2 or more heroes, and if they hit 4, they'll have that quest done, which means they always have the 80% slow on whatever they're really hitting, which is just a big, big win for Joanna players, but still. Hitting 2 players or more on Battlefield of Eternity, Infernal Shrines, not the hardest thing to do, especially during these objective phases. As Kira will clear out the top lane, we do have our 10 talent tiers coming through, and this will also be top lane next Punisher, Arcane? Yeah. I'm like nervously waiting. I'm hovering over this bottom lane just like, are you going to step into each other? Are you just going to play nice? Are you going to invade the camp? What's the game plan here? Jaeger sees that Blackstormer's on that camp, but they're not going to end up rotating for it. They just end up going for more wave cleared, looking for their 10 talent here, and this will be same across the board on both sides. Let's see. Final strike for Kira, so no unrelenting strikes. Sad face. I love unrelenting strikes. It's such a fun talent. Unrelenting strikes go burr. But that's pretty much, I'd say, like the only non-standard here. Or I guess that's the only one that I really want to talk about. Final strike is the standard. Oh, Courtney, are you going to get caught out? Blink over the wall. There's Medallion used. Do they have a grapple to get towards the wall? They don't. They're going to go down. Blessed Shield wasn't even ripped. I actually thought they just like had them locked down from Blessed Shield, but that was a really good rotation coming out from FC Hong Kong as they're able to solidify a kill, and that was also first blood of the game. Leoric is going to get just hit with a couple of things right there. Short duration Wraith Walk. They actually get stunned out by Muradin with the Storm Bolt. Meanwhile, in top lane, they're going to start pushing things out, and if they can actually find the well, that's going to be huge for them on the side of FC Hong Kong, because this means that lane sustain is now removed for the objective phase, and they're going to have to rotate out of top lane completely, or at least go all the way back to their top lane keep to be able to tap well. Objective's been kicked off by FC Hong Kong. Let's see if they're able to take this one, or will FF and the Pancakes be able to take the second Punisher of the game and move it in through this top lane. They did grab the camp. They are going to be late to this objective phase, giving 12 Skeletal Defenders over to the enemy team. Anduin setting up over here on the left-hand side, just keeping the friendly members alive, throwing a couple Divine Stars out. Stampy looking to step in. The Raider going to be coming over them, so they got a little harassment from that, but halfway through this objective, they're going to lock down Ronin for a second. Gravity Lapse, Light Bomb, a lot being used right there as the Entomb comes out. They're going to lock in so many members, but where's the damage to find the kills? It's non-existent as of yet. As the final strike comes out, that's going to be the Living Bomb on Joanna, taking them down. Zool finding the kill in the end on that one as the Phoenix will end. Kira looking for one more auto, just needs some sort of damage into this Leoric, and I don't believe they managed to connect with the revolving sweep. They forced them away, but they only need 17 more Skeletal Defenders on the side of FC Hong Kong. Will the members of FF and the Pancakes be able to burn this down quick enough and force back the enemy team, or will Hong Kong be able to step up onto this and grab the last few Skeletal Defenders they need? 15 more now as they're at 25. Root's going to connect onto 2. Zool going to be getting a Bone Prison as well. Kira looking for a Revolving Sweep. Won't connect onto anyone. Jaeger going to have their life drained as Cake blinks in, looking for some potential burst and poke as the members of FF and the Pancakes are closing this gap. Ronin just now coming back from death. This is going to be a massive condemn, pulling a few members in. Blessed Shield's up in 5 seconds as Stampy is trying to just work their way on the back side of this, and it seems like they're able to grab the last few Skeletal Defenders on the side side of FC Hong Kong as a massive Final Strike comes out, but it's not enough to solidify a kill, and that'll be Phoenix underneath all of this as Courtney goes down. Mr. G is trying to find the counter kill into the Rainer is actually, okay, there's Light Bomb. I was like, there's no way you live the Deckard Cain. Lornado just made, that's MVP Lornado of the game right there. I don't know what else is going to happen in this game, but that was just perfect for them. That was definitely Mr. G dying, but the healing and the tools utilized by this Deckard Cain in game number 1, so good, so well played. They will lose their fort in top lane. Leoric will push back out bottom, mid. We'll have 13s up on both sides as the Punisher will be on keep front gate, and they'll be able to clear this out. I honestly, chat, do not know whose game this is. You press Unrelenting Strike button, you go make coffee, do some stretches, come back in computer, and the Unrelenting Strikes goes off. Look, it's not, look. All right, look, okay, it's not that long. You could maybe fold some laundry and then it'd be cast, but Unrelenting Strikes go burr, why not? Entomb comes out, but they end up just Wraith walking away. They'll just disengage from this one. 2 up on both sides. The siege is good on both. Like, I really don't know whose game this is. There is one structure down in favor for the members of the blue team, but their own mid lane is very weak, and that's going to be our next Punisher as well. Mortar Punisher to pop up somewhere in the 12 minute 30 mark of the game. So we'll expect that soon. Until then, it's just going to be rotations. And while, yes, there have been some good back and forth kills and structure, and there should be some, later game experience value in favor for this blue team, they're not going to find it just yet because the rotations are so consistent from the members of FF and the Pancakes. They're also just catching so much experience through some of the other lanes as Leoric and friends were looking for a potential pick, but they cannot find one. I think they're just going to end up backing off Blackstormer. The positioning from Jaeger keeps making me think that he is that they have Haymaker, but I'm like, wait a minute, no. Muradin didn't pick Haymaker at level 10. They went into Avatar form, so I keep expecting like just to hear the Haymaker noise, the bowling ball noise that you do here. They're just gonna kind of play around this to the far side. They still have 13 stacks out of the 25 for that baseline quest. Stampy gonna get locked in by the Entomb. That's a lot of damage coming out from Kael'thas into this Leoric, who's just Wraith walking through a lot of them, and they do have that ominous Wraith at level 13. Root's going to connect onto one from this Deckard Cain as there's a Poison Nova out from Zul. That's a lot of damage onto Cake, who's trying to find some sort of reset to get themselves help, but they end up going down. They're going to lose Zul for Li Ming, I guess trade in a sense, and I think that's about it. Meanwhile, mid lane, there is still this Impaler camp pushing in, so they are delaying them out from getting that wave clear. Seems like, though, overall, with the camp pressure that they have, this is going to be half a level lead in favor for the members of, wow, just the damage onto Blackstormers. The Final Strike barely misses them. But FF and the Pancakes just consistently rotating and getting experience and just pushing into this enemy team, playing it very, very well on their end. The only thing longer was Diva's Nuclear. Yeah, that is true, yeah. You had enough time to play full era the time it took from Nuclear Option to go. You're supposed to W in the midst of Unrelenting Strike for sustain? Good to know. Good to know. I usually cast it and get like 6 kills because I'm a god. In Heroes of the Storm where there's 5 enemy players, I'm just saying, it's got value. Yeah, Final Strike is cool and you can snipe people, but Unrelenting Strikes go burr. Murden's gonna Dwarf Toss away, 16's up on both sides. It is a neck and neck game as we're gonna find out who's going to be getting the third Punisher of the game. If they can get it on the side of FF and the Pancakes, they are easily going to be able to knock down a keep front gate. But on the opposing side, are they gonna be able to get through a fort as there's just so much damage into this red team? Leoric Wraithwalk value is so strong as the Light Bomb comes out, locking one in. I do believe Lornado's gonna be splitting people around as well. Courtney finds a massive grapple as Zixki, I believe it was low. Blackstormer now the low one on this left-hand side. Revolving sweep onto Ronan. They're just literally trying to keep this Joanna from the friendly side as they pop the Iron Skin. They're actually going to walk out of there real quick because of the level 16 talents here that they took right there. Another Final Strike coming out. That's Ronan so very low. They're going to get the tap with the Carnage. There's going to be Blackstormer so very low, they end up going down as well. 22 Skeletal Defenders in favor for the members of FC Hong Kong, but FF and the Pancakes find double kill, and this is going to be them moving through this objective phase, and they have the Shaman camp in top lane. So long as this does not get targeted by the structures, this is an easy Shaman camp. Oh no, okay, Li Ming is going to be able to rotate up, and I was going to showcase to all of you what happens if you don't watch the Shaman, of how quickly it can burn through that. Leoric is just doing their best to cheat death and respawn as quickly as possible into this engagement, so maybe they can defend against this, but they need to be careful of where they respawn, as the red team does have their Mortar Punisher. Looks like Zool taps well. A few of them are going to tap well, and they're actually going to be pushing in as 5. I was wondering if they were going to split one off and maybe look for some side lane pressure into bottom or top. Not the case. They're looking for... I would expect to keep here. It really just depends on how it ends up being played, as Stampy is going to get locked in by the Entomb. They're going to get the sidewall down as well. Leoric is Wraith walking through, getting that damage reduction with the... Wraithwalk form, spooky form, the ghosty form. There we go. And they're doing a great job of actually getting this damage reduction out into the enemy team. Right now, it doesn't seem like it's going to be enough. That's a Poison Nova from the Zool. Muradin does have their avatar form out. Will actually lose that right there. Wave of Force from Li Ming will be enough as the final strike comes out, and Cake is so very low. They need to be careful. And this is also their mid lane keep with 1,182 health. They'll back off, grab some camps, and look for some extra pressure. Well, if there's Vikings, 6 is possible. Look, if I kill 2 of your Vikings with unrelenting strikes, that shouldn't happen. It should never happen. Vikings shouldn't be grouped up. Unless you're harassing and then you just you take jump and then you just miss time to jump. I don't know. Nice use of pronouns. Thank you, boy. How are you doing, boy, Jenny, I believe it is? Michael Udall, thank you for the raid 11 minutes ago that I didn't even notice. Thank you so much, my friend. I don't have alerts on during casted games, but thank you so much. If someone could shout out Michael Udall for the mega raid that they brought over, I'd very much appreciate it. Holy crap, we are checking out some Division E. Didn't even see that. Thank you so much, my friend. Alrighty, so top lane will be having the fort just pushed in a little bit. Next objective will be Arcane and in top lane as well. Bottom lane is going to be having the Impaler camp coming through, and they'll be able to clear this out fairly easily. I'm just watching map to see what they're going to try and do right now, because we can also see if we take away vision, they don't really know that they're up here. We knew that they were, so I've killed 3 Vikings in an Unrelenting Strike before. Okay, alright, okay. I'm envious of that, I'm not going to lie. Thank you so much, Stark. Very much appreciated. Shouldn't be grouped up, hello? Fine upstanding, yeah. You know, that Michael Woodall dude's, he's alright. He's alright. Just, takes too long to make a team name. No, that was just my harassment to him the entire time. It's just... Anytime there's some organization like Deadline or whatever, I always harass him about it. Just because he was the last one to give us their org name. Which they actually did one of they did some... That was a killer video that they put out. Sorry, let's focus in on the game. I keep watching this mid lane because I keep seeing the potion. Is there a minion that just happened to get all the way to this keep? No, not the case. They're not even gonna really rush in through mid to potentially take that down and get consistent catapult pressure. They are gonna be looking for 20 talents here though on the right hand side, and they should be able to find that fairly soon, as they only need a minion or 2 to be able to grab that. Dax, thank you for the tier 1 subscription for 8 months. Thank you so much, my friend. So I think this is just set up around objective, but if they find 4 kills on the side of FF and the Pancakes into FC Hong Kong, they could just run in through mid and end game. The death timers are long enough at this point. They have enough core damage as well. But we'll have to see. They might just want to try and end with objective on either side. Bottomless Flask was picked up by the Deckard Kane. The Orc is going to do the Wraith walk through everyone to get the damage reduction out. Wave of Force out from Cake as well as Stampy goes down. Poison Nova was used right beforehand. There's going to be a Buried Alive Entomb from Leoric. That's why you're seeing the silence onto Zixki. Cake on the left-hand side is not going to go down to the final strike. Muradin has to dwarf toss away in avatar form. That's going to be a grapple onto Ronin as Courtney finds themselves very far from the friendly team, and they do need to actually pop their Gladiator's medallion as they are backing off. 8-3 in Skeletal Defenders. Are they just going to try and run through mid and end? Are they going to try and pull a Veggies? They do have this vision, though. Muradin did rotate... Well, no, they're in lane. So there's the Hearth out from Leoric. They're gonna disappear. I don't know. Do they really try and end this? Or are they just trying to pull them back? This is... Hold on, what's the red vision look like? Okay, so I don't know if they see them, but they're stepping to core. This is... I don't know about this call here. That's an Entomb coming out. That's a big win for them. Shrine does go over to the side of the blue team, so that will be Arcane Punisher in top lane, and they literally just mount up and get out of here. Courtney's going to go ahead and use the grapple just to increase the distance. Jaeger mounts up and gets out as well. Wait a minute, I'm just now noticing this. Murden has skulls on the back of his... No, I'm just kidding. I didn't realize that we had a little standardized horse right there. Zixki and friends, though, will be working on this Punisher. Meanwhile, the enemy team is going to be working on the mid lane fort. They do get the keep in mid, so at least they have that. So they have consistent catapult pressure, but this will be matched out. Well, not matched out. They'll have the periodic coming out against them as well. Li Ming looking to push in through bottom lane to find themselves a keep up there, or down there, as the Punisher goes down in top lane. Li Ming still in bottom lane. I don't know if Cake will get punished for this. They still have like a big distance to... Good wave of force right there. They're going to blink away as well. Ronan gets the shield glare just in case anyone's mounted up. They do step back into this. His 20's up. If they overextend in this bottom lane on the side of FC Hong Kong, this is an easy win for the members of FF and the Pancakes. But if they find a really good Entomb or maybe some sort of burst kill, that will be the case. And that's, well, not so much right now, as this is Murden diving in. Light Bomb coming out onto the Joanna. Jaeger getting locked down. That's a blessed shield out from Joanna as well. Avatar form pop. They have to dwarf toss backwards, picking up quite a few potions right now, as there's a root onto Ronan. Poison Nova into the face of this Joanna, as that's a Cake eating a lot of that damage. First kill of this engagement going over to FF and the Pancakes, as there's I believe there was a medallion. There was so much used right there as Joanna's trying to back out. And that's a kill onto Raynor. They have 3 kills, and this is what I was talking about beforehand. FF and the Pancakes, you run through mid and you take game. The Orc is slowing everyone down, which is annoying. But yeah, no, I think you easily enough rotate through this mid lane. You just try and take game. Let's cycle through the other numbers while they are making this core attempt to rush. It's like Li Ming's up in 30. I feel like they don't. I don't think they have 30 seconds in this game.
Blue team's core is under attack.
All right, root onto Ronan. They're gonna focus onto this Joanna. Light Bomb comes out as well. They need to just hit the core. They need to just hit core. Blessed Shield comes out. They're delaying this out really well. There's gonna be a final strike out from the Kier as well. Core health is starting to fall below 90%. A lot of silence from the Entomb. There's going to be just a kill on Dazul. Are they not going to be able to end this right now? Massive condemn from the Joanna as everyone's stacked up. The core does splash damage. They need to be careful here. Phoenix is going to go up from Kael'thas. This is Kael'thas going down. Courtney has damage on the core, but it's just Courtney and Jaeger. Murden is going to dwarf toss over. They're going to pop the avatar form. Everything is being used onto them. There's bottomless flax underneath Jaegers. They're just trying to end the game. But can they actually do this? The catapults aren't hitting the core. They're hitting the minion wave, and Jaeger goes down. Wow.
Power gathers within the shrine. It will be made to serve us.
Wow. I don't have words, chat. I really don't have words. I saw something about ranks of players, !NGS MMR. That'll give you the highest MMR, or the average MMR for Division E, I believe. It's average or the highest you're allowed to have. Don't remember 100%, but now the core attempt is being attempted by our blue team, as they do have some damage into this right now. There's going to be Kira coming back from death, but I don't know if they have... Wait, actually, hold on. Light Bomb comes out. The core is starting to really not fall as quick. Nematode is doing their best to just dump in this damage, but they're going to get dove. Ronan's on the core as this Joanna, but Raynor goes down. That's a lot of their damage. Mr. G is getting low as well from the Leor. Can they actually end this? Ronan is going to go down as well. There's 18% left on this core as Black Stormer, I think, should be able to end it. They find the Kael'thas kill. Li Ming is going to throw in an Arcane Orb, and I can't believe it, but that is going to be the members of FC Hong Kong taking game 1 in a thrilling fashion. Wow. Baha, you literally saw a 6% wipe on the car. Look, well, no, we don't have to talk about that. I don't have to talk about that, all right? Once again, Mr. Udall, thank you for the mega raid. Thank you for bringing all your friends over here. Dax, thank you for the tier 1. No one blocking Ming? Yeah, I was actually seeing that too, Zool. A lot of damage that Li Ming could sneak in there. Teeth cleaning for the good boy. Let me show you talents. And then we'll get That was interesting, yeah. Interesting to say the least. Alright, we got teeth cleaning for the boy. Oh, wait, what? What happened? Hello? Alright. I need to go donate some of these bags of food. I have so many. I have so many bags of food. Alright. Oh, yeah. Knees? Oh my god, just everything is coming out right now. Alright, hold on. First things first. Give him the little toothbrush. Yeah, it's for you, bud. And then we'll get some pets for him, too. Team score, left side, that. Okay. So we just have to wait for a lobby invite. And then, yeah. Alright, so let's get some knees and some pets and some dental treat for the good boy. Yeah. Yes, you good boy. Yes. Excited? Not going. Yes, you do. All right, enjoy your dental treat. Yes. Alrighty. Cool. Oh. Alright, so let's talk stream schedule. Tonight, obviously we have this best of 3. Tomorrow I will be doing Baja After Dark with Day. So it's Day Hamet stream. And we're gonna be doing Man of Medan. So if you enjoy that game, it'll be my second playthrough, I believe their first-ish. They played a little bit one time. Thursday, we're going to do casting. I don't know what yet. I haven't decided, but we're going to do casting, I think. And then Friday, no stream. Saturday, Sunday will be CCL. Yeah. That's the schedule for now. That's the schedule for the next couple days. Zar, thank you for the follow. Very much appreciated, my friend. Whew. Yeah, I hope you all come by on Saturday for CCL. I hope you guys have been enjoying the games.
You could give the best hugs.
Medan yeah. I played it with Totski. Like, there was a sale, I want to say, like, somewhere in the summer on Steam or something like that. Maybe it was, I don't remember. Maybe it was spring sale, but either way, her and I talked about it, and it was, like, super, super cheap, so we got it and played it together. And since it's October, I want to do more spooky stuff, so we're going to do that on Wednesday, and then on October 30th, we'll do a Little Hope stream, which is the third game that's coming out. No, fourth, right? I'm dumb. I'm really dumb, everybody. It's the third game. Excuse me. Because you have Until Dawn, Man of Medan, and then you have Little Hope. So Little Hope comes out on October 30th, and we're gonna try and stream it on that day. We'll do like a little bit of a spooky stream for that. I have something planned for all of you. And then 31st, no stream because I'm gonna go do stuff, and then November 1st will be my first official day off in probably like 45 days. So I will be doing nothing on that day. I will not see people. I am going to roll myself into a blanket and just watch movies all day or something. I don't know. I'm gonna cuddle with my dog. What team picked the map? The last game. Hold on. Yeah, okay, cool. It's my lobby. Cool. In the last game, the map choice was of FC Hong Kong. In this game, it looks like it will be that. I have a little map mechanic, or I have a little map screen for all of you, so don't you worry. I have you'll all see in just a second all of my NA production. We're getting everything set up for lobby and stuff like that. But yeah. Game gonna be happening soon. Nothing doing? Wait, what? CCL's been great. I'm glad you're all enjoying it. Yes. CCL has been super, super fun. I am beyond thrilled that I even get to take part in it. Like, I'm a very happy boy. Let me, Oh, you're welcome, Nico. Also, Gadzooks, thank you for the follow. Good name. Good name. All right, we have map updated. Everything's ready to go. So we just got to get the readies from the players, and then we will... Oh, yeah, it looks like they're counting it down. So I have to... Unfortunately, this will be the end of knees for now. Thank you for redeeming all of your bandit bucks for knees. And here we go. Welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series, everybody. My name is Bahamut. We find ourselves here on Cursed Hollow for game number 2 of our final best of 3 of the evening. We have the members of FC Hong Kong on the left, up 1, and we have FF Pancakes on the right, trying to take us to a game number 3. First things first, though, I'm sure you're all sitting at home wondering how we got to Cursed Hollow. The home team this evening is going to be the members of FC Hong Kong. They lost the coin flip. The opposing side opted for first pick priority for game number 1. They banned out Battlefield and Tomb of the Spider Queen. Towers of Doom and Dragonshire were banned out by the members of FC Hong Kong. Infernal Shrines was the first map chosen by them, and they won that. The losing team, FF and the Pancakes, can either choose first pick or map pick priority. They opted for map pick for game number 2, choosing to take us to Cursed Hollow, meaning that FC Hong Kong will have first pick, first ban priority. Let's get back into our draft and see what we have here. Ban-wise, as Maev and Joanna will be removed. Diablo to be taken away as well. What are they gonna ban out? Do they respect something from the last game? Do they ban out Leoric or something? I don't know if it's worth the ban this high up. I'm trying to remember what they first picked on the opposing side. I don't actually 100% remember, actually. Oh, what was it first picked? Was it... I think it was... Was it Andu and Joanna? Maybe. I'm not 100% sure. Cake will be, excuse me, they're going to grab themselves a Kael'thas to kick things off, though, on the side of FC Hong Kong. Diva was the ban on the right as well. ETC to be grabbed, so this could be Stage Dive, could be Mosh Pit. We'll see what other picks they go into. If they actually grab their healer here, I would love that. Like, just grab the Deckard. I honestly think you grab a solid main tank, you get yourself a solid healer, and then you're just... the ban, like, you're not really showing much of your composition or what you plan to do. So here, it'd be kind of good to ban an Ana, because Ana, Orphea, there's that nano boost possibility. Or you could literally take it away right now, grab yourself the Ana, and then maybe look at Garrosh, because Garrosh is actually really, really good into the ETC. The reason I'm saying Garrosh is because the fact that ETC wants to power slide in, he wants to be in the backline, and Garrosh just goes, nope, you're away. Or Garrosh literally says, I'm indomitable, I'm going to walk into your face, and Orphea, you're going to find your way into my backline. Wording. This will be ban-wise on the right-hand side, though, coming out. They do need a healer, so, as I said, I think if they don't plan to take it themselves, Ana's not a bad idea. Anduin was really good in the last game, so they could actually ban out Anduin. That would give them the kind of cleanse from the Leap of Faith, but they're going to get rid of Yrel. Yrel would round out this composition really well as well. I don't blame them for going for that ban. I'm just a little curious as to why no healer ban, just to maybe target things out. Maybe they don't know. I'm not 100% sure. When is the actual CCL tournament going to happen? You mean like regulation season? Like when does the regulation season start for CCL? That'll be November 7th and 8th, if I'm not mistaken, will be first weekend for CCL. Yeah, because we're off... Yeah, we're off on Halloween, so it's the following weekend from Halloween, so... I'm sorry, I'm not paying attention to draft. Abathur will be grabbed here. Is this... There's no way they solo heal Abathur. Okay. Rhaegar will be grabbed. They still... they're lacking in damage, I think, a little bit, so we'll see what's going to be grabbed for them there. Genji used to be a pickup. Greymane's not a bad idea. Rainer's available as well. Kael'thas, Garrosh, Vala. Okay, they're gonna go for the Dahaka for the global. I like that a lot. And you have the Stukov with the lurking arm. This is a really powerful and just a solid draft coming out for FC Hong Kong. ETC, Orphea, Abathur, Rhaegar. You need some extra damage. Genji, I don't mention these things because I don't believe that they're going to happen, but I forget where we are sometimes, and we are going to be seeing an Illidan coming out for FF and the Pancakes. This game got real interesting real fast. Will the Dahaka be able to match the Abathur pressure? Will Illidan be able to get into the backline? Will Bahamut go to bed early tonight? We'll find out. Either way, thank you all for joining me for what could possibly be. Yeah, Dax, good call. Good call, Dax. Okay. Oh, Maev. Maev actually would have been a great opportunity as well, yeah. Would have liked Malfurion or Ana for FC Hong Kong. I like the Stukov. I don't think the Stukov's bad by any means, but I can agree with you. I can agree with you on that. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just double checking the calendar. Yeah, so November 7th should be the first day of regulation play. Also, I think if you just do CCL, that link should literally have the actual start date and everything. Anyways, we're ready to go. We're here. I'm super excited. Sorry, I'm double checking my own stuff, but let's get into the game, everybody. On the left-hand side, we have got the members of FC Hong Kong trying to take this in a 2-0 fashion. We've got Blackstormer on the Dahaka. Kazkata is going to be on the, Kazkata is going to be on the Stukov. Ronan will be on the Garrosh, Cake on the Kael'thas, and Nematode on the Vala. Could not look at the model. I couldn't see the model well enough. On the right-hand side, we have FF and the Pancakes who are trying to take us to a game number 3. Courtney will be on the Orphea, Mr. G on the Rhaegar, Jaeger on the ETC, Stampy on the Illidan, and Zixki? I think someone said it in chat and I'm already forgetting. I think it's Zixki. Will be on the Abathur. Block Party for the ETC. I'm skimming through talents right now just to see if there's anything that stands out. Block Party makes sense with the Vala. Makes a lot of sense. They're going to be going into Hot Pursuit as well. So I think this is going to be auto attack, sustain damage coming out from them and just chase. Maybe we see like Death Dealer or something as well coming out from them. Though over in the bottom lane, Stampy will start things out down over here. They're going to be going into Immolation after using Sweep and Strike. Burn nearby enemies for 23 damage for 4 seconds, just giving them faster and more wave clear. Orphea will be going into Endpoint. This is not a common one that I often see, but I like it. Like, it's more damage. It's just, you better have the finesse to be able to do that. Show feat for epic battle. What? I mean, you could just go to the Heroes Hearth Twitter. There's so much feat on that. From when we did the org seating announcement, there's so much feat. That'll get your fill. Even the social media team was like, I've seen enough of your feat, Bahamut. Please don't do this ever again. You're so behind. Oh. I am so behind. Oh, no, you're fine. I'm on a delay. That's the thing. The entire stream is on a delay. All right, sorry. Let's get into game, everybody. I'm not focusing. Garrosh in bottom lane versus just the minion wave. Yeah, I thought I saw Illidan move over to the camp, and that's literally where we were looking at him. This is actually a little surprising that we have a half a level lead. Where is this? Is this literally just minion experience? Yeah. The Abathur is not able to pick up enough experience, it looks like. I mean, it's not as big of a gap as I was kind of thinking it was, but like, this is not a gap that you want to start to form this early into a cursed hollow game, especially when you have the Abathur. That means the Dahaka is just getting so much pressure into you. First objective will be in bottom. Blackstormer's just going to be pushing up this top lane as best they can, and Jaeger doesn't have the best wave clear. That's a nice tongue drag, and they're going to have the Siege Giants getting some damage onto Jaeger, who power slides away. But having these Siege Giants up here for a long time just to open things up, really, it's a massive win for you. ETC using the face melt to knock them back, which means they unaggro from the structure and they actually re-target onto the minion wave. So just while they can't clear the Siege Giants super quickly, they are able to at least utilize their kit, and little things like that make a big difference. But now they can step forward since ETC, that's another nice tongue drag. ETC will have to use the oh, no, okay. No, they're going to be able to just walk out of that one just fine. Stampy coming up here, though. They want to try and punish Blackstorm or Mr. G up here as well. They have the dive. They have the power slide. A stasis underground. They have the... Oh, they popped that so early. Tongue drag. Oh, my God. I feel like they canceled their burrow. Or maybe they didn't pop their health quick enough. I don't know. Either way, while they were trying to poke at them the entire time, the rest of the friendly team can just grab the objective. So that will be first one going over to the side of our blue team, FC Hong Kong. Are able to go up one on that. Dahaka being such a good harasser in this top lane, they get a decent amount of siege, and they're going to also be able to just pull this enemy team up here. That's not easy to do, but that's also not going to be easy. as Stampy is going to go ahead and use the friend or foe from level 4 right there to get far, far away from Garrosh. So Stampy probably not the best target to throw, but still, the lockdown and burst potential is it exists, especially at level 10 if you have the Warlord's Challenge on top of that as well. It's going to be exciting to see what happens with that one. Looking in mid again, Stampy is going to go down to the damage over time from the Living Bomb, and they're going to be up and available for this next objective phase, but the question once again is, does Black Stormer just hold over top lane? Will they be able to just keep this half a level lead that they found very early? And also that kill is going to push them up even further now that I'm noticing it as well. Garrosh grabs vision. Sorry, I was looking at their model on the map and I could see them doing spins, and I was like, what are you up to, Garrosh? This is, though, where Abathur really needs to shine. Like, Abathur needs to start physically soaking a lane and hat soaking another just to be able to catch up in this. And it's, as I'm harping so much on this, and I really don't need to harp on it that much, but it's just really, really good, just consistent soaking, really good plays coming out from FC Hong Kong to kind of shut down this Abathur value. And I like this. They poke a little bit right there. Really good use from Garrosh to use the toss onto one of the enemy players just to delay things out so they could get the channel. And they also utilized 2 heroes, so that way it was a little more difficult to poke at them. Wow, the tongue drag catching just the hoof of Jaeger. They power slide away, they get through the Garrosh. Garrosh might have had a toss up and available. We can actually peek at that. Yeah, they do actually have it. So that power slide was able to keep the ETC from getting thrown around once again. Also, a little thing right there to note, Courtney doing a great job of just not standing next to their own minion wave when the living bomb's applied to them. I mean, that's just easier wave clear for Cake in favor of Cake because you're dealing damage to the mini wave. So just a little thing like that is just kind of cool to note. And this will be first actual curse potential in favor for the members of FC Hong Kong as they grab Siege Giants for top lane. Illidan doing the same for bottom. Heroics are not through just yet, but they're very close for our blue team, and if they're able to get this objective, they're going to be looking at definitely 10s. Yeah, actually, Dahaka's making sure this heroic comes through, and this is actually a great spot for Dahaka to be in. They can tap the bush and they can rotate over, and it seems like the enemy side's like, we'll just counter siege into you. We don't have heroics. Cake is still in bottom lane. I was going to say, I expect Phoenix to come out right here just to be able to zone them back. There's going to be the curse in favor for the members of FC Hong Kong as the Siege Giants arrive in bottom lane, and the members of the enemy team are just going to hard push into top. Abathur actually doubling back because there's just, well, there's a lot more opportunities for Dahaka to maybe rotate around and get a tongue drag as Kael'thas, I was watching the mini-map, is going to get picked off in bottom. Top lane fort does go down. The Siege Giants will work their way through that lane. I'm not the biggest fan of the way that they've split into this because of the fact that what they end up doing is, yes, they all went for the fort and they made that quick rotation, but I think Dahaka should have come down here a lot quicker. One, to help the Kael'thas, and 2, just to clear things out a lot quicker. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong in that. Maybe I was misreading and they needed to Dahaka top lane. I just feel like splitting everyone into different lanes immediately is just way more beneficial. They are going to get this fort in mid lane, I do believe. No, the enemy team's here, and they do have 10s themselves. I also want to note this is a hunt Illidan, so they're going to be looking to probably hunt into the backline onto Cake or Nematode. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, though, Dahaka still pushing things up. They're not going to get this wave, though, unfortunately. It's going to be very, very close. Actually, maybe they get it. Oh, they don't have another Dark Swarm. They're just gonna try and burn through as quickly as possible with the autos. But still, it's a good curse phase overall for FC Hong Kong, and they're gonna make the snap decision to go over to this boss while the enemy team is gonna be actually doing their own. So no one really showing on map, and I'm curious, what's their boss race looking like? Because ETC's not over here as well. Not awful. I know the one thing I was just trying to consider in my head is like, can they make the rotation up here quick enough? No, they're not going to be able to. So this won't be a counter boss deal. They will be able to grab it on the bottom side and opposing side in top. Do they stay down here and siege in? Also, Dahaka, to note, did finish out the tissue regeneration from level 1, so there's just going to be a beefier boy. Just kind of shaking that booty between lanes as they're going to hearth out from bottom lane. I think they should have brush stock up and available so they can just do that straight into top lane. Yeah, no, it's worthwhile. It's a 75-second cooldown. The next objective is going to be a ways away, so they'll have that for the next objective phase. They won't have it for a potential team fight here, and that's the one thing that I was kind of unsure about is, you know, they could have a Dahaka brush shock in, but Jaeger's going to get popped like a pimple, and this is a Ancestral Healing onto Stampy. Well, they use Friend or Foe to get away, but unfortunately, Orphea, clone, is going to go down. That was the Abathur clone, as the boss is still pushing in through this bottom lane with the kill on the cow. They're looking for the keep front gate, but can they go for keep itself? Stampy just diving through, doing what Stampy does best on Illidan, which is, you know, you dive in, you swift strike through, you just basically repeat that. Dive, Swift Strike, dive, Swift Strike. Dahaka does clear out the top lane. Looks like they only lost their front gate. 13 talent tier will be still in favor for our blue side, but this is a 4v4. Keep in mind, Abathur is on this map, and they can't be there, and they're also going to have a 40-second cooldown onto that ultimate evolution. Stampy trying to get in the backline as the Eternal Feast will be coming out. Power slide out from ETC does not connect as Ronin's trying to back out of here. This is Stampy, though, just stomping all over Nematode, and there's a Warlord's Challenge that gets the counter kill, but Ronin should go down. A Mosh Pit happens to connect onto 2, and this is a chomp onto them. Cake is going to try and find the counter burst into this, but they end up going down. This is not what you want on the side of the blue team, but they do have a lot of... excuse me. Sorry, that cough was like sitting there forever. They do have like a lot of good map pressure in their favor on the side of FC Hong Kong, but just losing a couple members like that really pushes the enemy team experience up and closes that gap, and that's not something they're wanting, obviously, to die and stuff like that. But I just... A little overextension for this bottom lane play, and Courtney gets the channel onto this, but it won't be a curse up against them. Still going to be having a catapult periodically in top lane and in bottom. Mid lane still has the fort up and available as Dahaka and Stukov grab the camp on the left-hand side. Yo, big doo-doo head, what's up, bud? I'll resend your alert when we get out of this game. Thank you so much for the six months, my friend. Thank you for using your Twitch Prime here. Oh, man. I'm guessing FC doesn't stand for football club? Wait, what? Not Storm Division? Sorry, I'm missing a little bit of chat. Yes, there is a delay. Yes. If we're casting a live game, there's always a delay. Except for in-houses, because I don't think anyone really cares about delays, and no one's gonna cheat because they're in-houses. That's stupid. But for NGS, we always have a delay. Heroes Lounge, we always have a delay. Abathur not getting much value. Yeah, what's the actual experience value for Abathur right now? I didn't look at it during the last XP totals. Illidan, wow, Illidan and Rhaegar actually getting way more experience. Yeah, it's not that it was a bad pick by any means. I think it's just struggling on this map. Like it's just not working out too well for them. So we do have 16s approaching on both sides. It is going to be even 15s up for both teams. We are going to be seeing the mid lane fort going down. Abathur going to call out the mule, but that should actually, you can see Ronin already rotating over here just to burn that down. And so they get the mid lane fort. They can back out of this. They do have ETC. Oh, that's a really good tongue drag into the power slide from ETC. Nematode going to be trying to just vault away as there's a pustule and the isolation. Clone from Zixki comes out as well. That's a big pull in favor for the members of FC Hong Kong, but the double Orphea is not gonna, the little purple bar is the timer on that, so they get no value from this. That's unfortunate. Power slide from ETC gets out of there. One's up on both sides when it comes to our objective phase. A little overextension never hurt anyone, ... That's... Abathur doing their best to push up this bottom lane. Encore was picked up by ETC at level 13, so it's going to be a 7.2 second cooldown onto the mosh pit whenever someone gets bopped by the face melt or the little loudspeaker that is left behind. Garrosh throws on point through a way to disengage. Oh, no, the Garrosh plays this game. Like, Ronin has a really, really good Garrosh. I was noting it earlier during one of the curse phases. They actually threw someone away, and it was like, it literally just bought enough room for like a split second for them to actually finish out that channel. So really cool. Boss will be up and available on the bottom, which means it should be up and available in this top in just a second. For anyone that didn't know this, because like some people didn't, I was watching Grubby stream and he didn't notice it till one time when he was streaming. There's little dead minions around the boss. I don't know. Little things in this game like that are just always so cool. So they are going to be on this boss, and this is actually being ripped fairly quickly. They could look to rotate quickly through this top or through this mid lane. Will they show? That's the big question here. So Ronin and friends, yeah, this is the big issue right now. They are rotating through minion wave, and they are being seen. They're also getting dismounted, so this enemy team can see that they're on this, and they're not going to be able to make it in time. They're just a little too slow. The dismounts was slowing them down so much. Mosh pit's up and available. Isolation comes out. There's going to be an Eternal Feast. There's going to be everything used as Stampy is getting so low. Jaeger gets hit with the Ancestral Healing, and it might have been intended for Stampy as Zixki gets the Clone of Orphea once again, and they're trying to find some way to get in this backline, but Ronin is just anchoring so very well. They actually throw the Dahaka away. I'm not 100% sure about that throw. Either way, Cake will have the channel. This will be cursed once again for FC Hong Kong, and this will be a keep in bottom lane, easily going down to this boss since it's being shut down from that top lane. Honestly, I think you let this boss go through here, you let it get cleared out by the structure, and you push his 5. What's Dahaka's brush stock cooldown? Because I think they used it recently. 30 seconds. Yeah, they used it to get into the top lane. So this is I personally say you let this boss do whatever and you siege in his 5 and try and end the game here. You got a couple kills. You already have a boss on core through. Like, you should just be sidestepping this keep and going straight to core. This is just my opinion. This is my caster opinion in all of this, but this is going to give time for Stampy to come back. The Orpheus is going to be back as well. Maybe they just go for triple keep. I'm not 100% sure. Dahaka does clear out the boss in top lane, and they're going to back off right now. I feel like this is just giving too much over to the enemy team. Like, you need to be oppressive in these moments. Also, you know that the ultimate evolution was used by the Abathur, so they're not going to be able to really utilize that. So you know this will be a 5v4 in your favor. That's just my that's like one of the hardest things to learn in this game, and I might be completely wrong here in my calls, but knowing when to end game is such a difficult thing, and I feel like that was a golden opportunity. There was a small window when, you know, Illidan and Orpheus were dead that they could have maybe looked for a stagger death into someone else who was trying to defend the core into this 4 or 5 that were pushing in. I'm sticking on this too much, but it's just like that's my only thing is like a takeaway from this game is learn your win conditions. Like, I think you definitely had a win condition. If you lost a member 2 right there, you still have so much defensive tools up. You still had curse in your favor. You could have easily recovered from all of that. Let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers as we approach into our level 20s in just a moment. They're going to actually feed this wave into mid lane. They don't see... Wait, Cake. Just raw, just... Gravity Lapse over the wall is going to scout out the enemy team over there. Top lane does have the Siege Giants pushing in through right there. They have the Night Camp just being fed into the mid lane. And I think they're just going around just to clear things out, look for level 20. There's also a lot of experience in this bottom lane, yeah. They're going to go ahead and scoop that up with the hat, and this will be camp cleared out. I don't know, yeah, it's like there's a lot of like, because right now they're literally playing so aggressive. Most teams would never just kind of wander around this much on the enemy side of the map because you usually get punished because your retreat path is so very far, but I think the team fights have been so strong for FC Hong Kong that FF and the Pancakes are a little worried right now. They do hit 20 talent tier first, but what does that change for them? We'll look at the 20 talents in just a second. We're going to see some of these other numbers as they do pop up. Boss is up in 145-ish. All right, we don't need to look at kills and stuff like that. I want to know what 20s are. Death Mosh for ETC. Evolutionary Link. I actually honestly... Oh, dang it. Sorry. Stream Deck Automation pulled that one. I actually don't think I ever see this. I feel like I never see Evolutionary Link. I think it's always like... Hive Mind, I think, at level 20. Nowhere to Hide for the Illidan, which basically makes your, it makes the hunt a true full map global, as they literally point blank into Nematode, who actually uses their cleanse right there. They're going to go ahead and get the Ancestor Healing onto the ETC. They're going to find the second, because it's going to be the upgraded version. They lose their Vala. Ronin's going to go down as well. And this is, I feel like you waited way too long here. Gravity Lapse will interrupt that, but can Stukov even get out? Cake is going to do their best. This is staggering out deaths. I don't know if you really want to go for this. The Gladiator's Medallion is going to be used. This is going to be 4 or 5 members going down. But the issue right now, there's no wave to push in through top lane. They have top lane being pushed back, mid lane pushed back, bottom lane pushed back. ETC and friends, they're going to spend the next 30 to 50 seconds mostly managing their lanes. I don't think they can really take keep. Their actual structure damage without Illidan is not very good. And Illidan does have hunts, so they could actually hunt into this top lane. Taka just going to get channel and objective. So I think they lose keep. I don't think they lose game. I'm watching this bottom lane too. This is, I don't know what to think, everybody. I don't know what to think, everybody. Okay, they have enough damage. I'm gonna shut my mouth. Catapults are stacked in bottom lane.
Red team's core is under attack.
You don't see Evo Link because double hats. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I always see evolutionary. No. Hive Mind, excuse me, not Evolutionary Link. I always see Hive Mind at level 20 because it's just such a stronger talent. But anyways, Abathur Mind distracted the catapults for a split second, but now they're back onto core. They have bosses being ripped on both sides. I don't know what to think, chat. I really don't know what to think right now. Abathur should be able to clear this out. They're going to lose 1% on their core. Boss and bottom lane will go straight to core. Boss and top lane will go straight to core. Objective won't be curse potential on either side. Honestly, I think you just try and rush core on the side of FC Hong Kong. F of the Pancakes seem to be trying to do that as well. I don't... ooh. Okay, this is intense because here's the thing. They have a boss that they need to deal with. If they stagger out of death, that's going to be a Mosh coming out, but it's going to be interrupted. There's an Ancestral Healing coming out. Hunt's going to be coming out from Stampy into the backline as there's going to be a Flailing Swipe to force them back. The clone from Zixki will be a second Illidan as they're going to try and dive in. There's just going to be this controlled chaos from these Flailing Swipes as Orphea will finish out the Mind Devourer from level 7. Stampy getting low. Tongue Drag won't connect. Ronan trying to find the kill, but they're overextending for this as they throw one. Stampy is so low, they're going to Illidan over the core, and this is Illidan on core. They need to be careful here. Ronan is low, but they also find the ETC kill. They need to be cautious of the giant circles on the ground. Will the Flailing Swipe be enough? The core is falling so rapidly, and the members of FF and the Pancakes are looking like they're gonna take us to a game number 3. GG, well played. I wish it was a core race. I wish. Big Doodoo Head 69, thank you for the Twitch Prime. 6 months. Thank you, my friend.
I will follow you to the end of the world. Subscribe.
It's ya boy.
It's ya boy. Alrighty. GG's indeed.
You could give the best hugs.
I wasn't expecting that. Me neither. Me neither. These teams know how to keep me on the edge of my seat. Yeah. I agree. FC would have won if they rushed. I agree. 100% Cranky. I think that they should have just gone core. I think they waffled for so long, and that just gave they opened up the door literally for FF and the Pancakes to win. But hey, that's the way she goes. We're going to a game 3. I don't know. It's such a weird spot. I really don't know who ends up winning that in the end. Like if they go the other way. But hey, we are the ones who actually get to win on this because we get to go to game 3. We get more Heroes of Storm action. So we'll get set up for our final game of the evening. Thanks for hanging out with us, everybody. Making sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, cool. I wonder where we go. Where are they going to take us for game 3? Forgo bot, Haka tunnels in. I agree, Ghost Bear. I agree 100%. I think they were just too uncertain of what they wanted to do. Personally, that's at least how their posturing reads to me. Exactly, Gio. The viewers are definitely the winner tonight. For anyone that's wondering, tomorrow night, stream schedule-wise, we're gonna be starting at 6 o'clock PDT. Lesson learned, Division E has some really good games. It does, yeah. 6 o'clock PDT tomorrow night. It's going to be Day Hamet stream. We're going to be doing Man Medan tomorrow. Or Man of Medan. We'll try and finish it in one shot, I'm assuming. It's not the longest game in the world, but I also have to work. So I can't stay up late playing games like all the cool kids can. Okay, so that's going to be that pick of them. Lop. Okay. So first pick for them, and Matt pick from them. Oh, Cranky with some bandit pets. All right. Let's get some bandit pets. What do you do for work? I draw an AutoCAD all day. And then I draw an AutoCAD from 7 a.m. till 4 p.m. And then I take a break for about an hour. And then I stream. Then I watch one TV show and then I go to bed. And I wake up at 5:45. Start my day. And I do that Monday through Friday pretty much. The streaming part I do on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Because I take Monday and Friday, I take Monday and Friday off from streaming so that way I can actually have some sanity because I also work on Saturday, Sunday for CCL. It's a lot of work. Let's get into it, everybody. On the left-hand side, we have the members of FC Hong Kong, and on the right is going to be FF and the Pancakes. We are going to Alterac Pass for game number 2, and if you're sitting at home like, all right, cool, the dog's cute, but how do we get to Alterac Pass? I got you covered, friends. The home team this evening is going to be FC Hong Kong. They lost the coin flip. The opposing side opted for first pick for game 1. Battlefield and Tomb were banned out by the members of FF and the Pancakes. Towers of Doom and Dragonshire banned out by the members of FC Hong Kong. Infernal Shrines will be the first map chosen by FC Hong Kong and won by them. The losing team, which was FF and the Pancakes, they opted for map pick priority for game number 2. They took us to Cursed Hollow and they won that map. The losing team, FC Hong Kong, opted for first pick for game 3, so map pick will be of FF and the Pancakes. Let's see what our draft is going to yield as we do see a Maiev Abathur banned out, Diablo Diva on the right, and it will be a first pick Li Ming for the members of FC Hong Kong, as there was some really good Li Ming play in game number 1 on Infernal Shrines. This is going to be a quick Joanna grab. Do they go for a healer? No, they're going to grab their own Kael'thas once again. I'm excited to see what this, how this is played out from FF and the Pancakes, as they are just speed running the draft, grabbing an ETC and a Urel. Wait, what did I miss? Oh, sleep is a poor replacement for caffeine, but caffeine makes my body hurt. You have a super chill dog. Life is good, sir. He's also super chill because we do 2 walks a day. We walk like 3 miles almost. Doctor told me I'm not allowed to have caffeine or alcohol for the next 3 months. I'm so sorry. Thank you for the stream. You're welcome. I'm sorry, Cranky. That sucks. That's awful. Like, I don't have much caffeine, but alcohol? Bahamut needs his juice. All right, Greymane to be banned on the right-hand side. Makes sense. Good with the Li Ming. You just have a lot of good solidified damage within that, and then, ETC can mosh pit and lock them down. They're going to get rid of the Deckard Cain. Going to respect, I believe, Zixki's Deckard Cain from game number 1, and we go back into our second half of the pick phase, or draft phase. So Joanna Kael'thas. I mean, I've been harping on Ana, but I feel like there's no Ana player, so I'm just going to shut up about that one. And they could go Rhaegar again, and they could look for something divey with... That's it. That's it. That's it. Game 3 was worth it. I don't care what you say. Game 2, they needed to lose that. I'm sorry. I am very sorry. FC Hong Kong, you had to lose Game 2 because we need this Cho'Gall in our lives. Yes! Ana and Vala will be grabbed. So they're not gonna go into what a lot of us will call like the fault of Cho'Gall, which is a lot of people see it and they instantly pick up like Tychus and Malthael, or like Leoric and Tychus or something like that. They're just gonna, I think they're gonna play the draft that they still were building. This last pick needs to be healer, and I was curious, do they go Rhaegar? Do they go into the Ariel? They're gonna go for the Ariel, which gives them the resurrection. Chat, we're all the winners here. We are the winners here. We got a Cho'Gall now that Gilly Shark is no fun or AFK. Yeah, exactly. We had to get rid of you Gilly Sharks to have the real fun. Let the Clown Fiesta begin. Bruh, it's already been... No, yeah. I'm excited for it. We had so much Cho'Gall action in the CCL over the weekend. It was really, really good. To all the players who totally watch my stream all the time, play Murky, Play something with some real skill. Like all of this like Greymane, Joanna, and ETC, and Garrosh, Ana, Stukov. Do what Mene did, Pull out a Zagara in your series. Get something that's flashy. Honest to God, because here's the thing. if an orc hears that there's a murky game, you know for a fact that they're gonna go watch that murky game because there's only one of them. It's like the Cho'Gall games. Like, if an orc hears that there's a Cho'Gall game, like, I as an orc would be like, all right, I want to find out what's happening in that game. I want to know how that went. Either way, let's go ahead and find out what happens here in our game number 3. On the left-hand side, we've got the members of FC Hong Kong. We've got Nematode on the Vala, Cake on the Li Ming, Haze Kata on that Ana, Ronin going to be on the ETC, and Blackstormer on that Urel. On the right-hand side, we got the members of FF and the Pancakes. We've got Jaeger on the Joanna. We've got Mr. G on the Kael'thas. Courtney will be on the Ariel, and we have Skazki on the Cho'Gall. That's going to be Stampy and Zixki. It's a little bit of a role swap right there, as Courtney, I don't believe Courtney's done any healing. It's always been Zixki doing the main healing. Actually, you know what? Courtney was, I think, the Rhaegar in the last game. I'm not mistaken. No, Mr. G was? I don't know. I'm trying to, like, there's been a couple role swaps. It's been interesting, but let's see what happens here. Mid lane will be our first engagement or Alterac Pass.
We're dead.
Power slide in from the ETC will set up a little bit right there, as I thought my mic was still muted. Sorry, I had to have a cough. And Blackstormer just jumps in with the Avenging Wrath, and they end up backing off. Let's see, what do we have for our Cho'Gall at level 1? We actually have Keep Moving, increase the movement speed, bonus of shove by 10% by 2 seconds. What is the shove bonus? Is it just 20%? Oh, I can't look at it. F. Does anyone know off the top of their head what the shove bonus movement speed already is and what this goes to? Does it go to, do you get like, are you at 120? Are you at 130? I feel like it's a 10% movement speed baseline, so you go up to 120. Also, I just want to point out this skin right now. I love this Cho'Gall skin. The little money being dropped behind them is just so, like, little things like that. I love little things like that in this game. I do want to point out this is really good camp timing coming out from both sides. You want to grab this camp immediately at the 1 minute mark because it is a 2 minute 30 timer on it. So essentially you can have it up and I'm wrong. It's 1 minute 30. I doubted myself. But essentially you can have it up and available for the first objective phase. So at 3 minutes into the game, you can grab it again. 1, that's more experience for you, and 2, you create off lane pressure during the objective phase that the enemy team has to respond to. So it's the same thing like Infernal Shrines or Battlefield of Eternity. You're going to have that shaman camp that's fed in during the objective phase to try and pull the enemy team off. It's the same thing you can actually say about Volskaya Foundry as well. It's just a lot of these camps that are grabbed right before objective phases, as Ronin's doing a good job of body blocking. Looks like they're gonna be able to get away right there. I don't know if that was a power slide or if they got like bopped by something, but there's going to just be, it might have actually been a detainment strike from the Ariels. They might have been looking for one of those repeated defense from level 1. Vala doing, I believe, the same build from the last game, so it's going to be Hot Pursuit at level 1, and then I believe this is Punishment at level 4, so each shot of Hatred increases the damage of multi-shot by 4%, so having that Hatred built up is pretty good, and they just have the Sustained Chase in this build as well, but it's going to be fairly close to experience. I think we might see a slight dip in the two, but we're talking infinitesimal differences in all of this. As Cho'Gall's gonna steal away that armor, they have to throw the bomb back. Jaeger's gonna get the condemn onto 1. They're just trying to peel away this peel away Cake. Power slide coming through, but Iron Skin will be used. I believe that was Gladiator's medallion used as well. If I can actually check that real quick, yes, 300 second cooldown onto that one. So that'll be the case for Joanna, but they also do have their Iron Skin. They did go into the Hold Your Ground at level 1 as well, so they have the 25 second cooldown in total. I believe it's 30 seconds right now. Jaeger going to be tapping well. Lane and top lane to be cleared out. But we do have, as I said beforehand, Siege Camp to be grabbed on the right and the left-hand side. This is just this is a good standard to start picking up in your own games if you don't do this already. Do this on Alterac Pass. Just create this mid lane pressure, because not only are you reducing the armor of enemy heroes that these minions are hitting, but it's also structure. So your siege is phenomenal in these moments where you can really just destroy mid lane, as I think they're actually going to try and siege up in with this a little bit more. Funny enough, on Alterac Pass, the objective isn't really that prioritized. Like, I feel like the mid lane camp is the true objective, kind of like how we joke about on Hanamura Temple. The Sentinel camp is the true objective, and the cart that you push around when you go grocery shopping around Hanamura that shoots out missiles isn't really that helpful. And I actually feel that Detainment Strike really good right there. Mr. G, though, is just going to be harassed. They go down. First blood over to the side of FC Hong Kong, as Blackstormer is looking for the chase into this. Righteous Hammer knocks Stigsky around. Li Ming, meanwhile, though, in bottom lane is just doing Li Ming things. Sieging, which is weird, but hey, she does it all right. Gonna poke at that well as well. I like that. Yeah, just throw one arcane orb. Jaeger gonna come down here. There's the blink away. They won't get the tower, but this will be objective channeled in favor for FC Hong Kong for now as Urel jumps back into top lane, literally, to keep soaking up. We'll go ahead and rotate through the other numbers, get an idea of what those look like as bomb comes out from the Cho'Gall. They're gonna contest this. Mr. G has it stalled at 16 seconds left. Li Ming still, I'm just like, is still pushing in bottom lane, and they're finding a lot of experience deficit with that. And like, that's actually a massive win for them. Like the fact that Li Ming has no response, or they're not responding to Li Ming whatsoever, is just insanely valuable. But the difficult thing is you don't have enough bodies. Like you have a Cho'Gall, so you're losing out on one member to go all the way bottom to poke at a Li Ming who's just gonna be able to blink and get away from that. So it's such a hard spot to be in on the side of FF and the Pancakes, and they're just trying to play the best hero in the game. One of the best heroes, all right? Like, we all love Cho'Gall, like, let's be honest. We like playing them. We don't like to play against them, but we like watching it as well. Solid level lead in favor for the members of FC Hong Kong as FF and the Pancakes are trying to make something happen here. Urel's going to dive in. Cho'Gall's going to be chasing in as well. Rodin so low does go down. They find that kill in this engagement, but can they kill the Cho'Gall? Doesn't look like that's the case. They're going to jump out. Great detainment strike. Vala vaulting forward. Jaeger goes down. They're going to trade those out right there. Cho'Gall did tap well, going to come back into this, throwing a little bit of damage out right there, but doesn't connect onto anyone. Blackstorm are going to jump in here, Righteous Hammer into the Vala. They're going to look for the auto attack damage into Courtney. They don't have a multi-shot, but they're going to just try and keep this hatred up as they're stepping in, but they have to vault away. Kael'thas throws some damage out as well. ETC coming back, and meanwhile, bottom lane, Cake finds the fort. What is Li Ming's siege damage? 52,000. Oh my god. Dear lord. Li Ming actually just left bottom as well. Like after they get the key, after they get the fort, that's when they go and respond to it. That's a rough go right there, and that also will push them into 10 talent tiers. This is looking like first objective over to the side of FC Hong Kong. I was looking at Cake right there for a second, but it seems like they're gonna be able to just walk away just fine. Hey Eddie, how you doing, friend? Sorry, I'm missing a little bit of chat. This game is a little intense. Does Cho and Gall get medallion? No, it's only Cho. I propose this idea to the Blizzard devs. Give it to Cho and Gall, but have it be a shared cooldown, so that way the Gall player can use it or the Cho player can use it, and I just feel like it just plays thematically into the player where it's just creating more chaos, and I like that. So yes, Cho'Gall only has, it's the same thing as like Vikings. Vikings actually only have one as well, and it's shared between all of them, much like how like when the Vikings use their run, like when you press Z on Vikings to run fast, they all run fast, and sometimes just Eric standing in a bush just like running in place very quickly. Yeah. So it's one of those situations. So basically Cho is the only one with the activatable, which makes sense. You know, in a design-wise, it makes absolute sense because of, well, the way that it's played. Like, Cho would probably be the one to hit it since they're the one controlling the movement. Anyways, top lane gets pushed in. They get the fort over there. They're going to maybe move in through mid for the fort here, but they still have a front gate to go through, so they just back off, and I think they just go for the clear into the wave, and this will be pretty much the objective phase, just going down and going over easily to the members of FC Hong Kong. FF and the Pancakes on the defensive posture, but this is Cho'Gall. Late game scaling is a big factor for them. We'll see how that works out for them also. Also to note, excuse me, is going to be the Pivo, which is coming out right now. Vala is able to vault away, but Kaze just takes so much damage from that. They almost go down. That's a big setup, and it's not the longest cooldown in the world. I believe it's a 40-second cooldown onto that one, so that's something they're gonna have to be very, very cautious of here. Eric just sprinting in place. Yes, exactly. Everyone knows that. Someone would have been yelling about reporting that Ming. Oh, for sure. And it would have been on both sides too. It would have been the blue team saying, wait, where's our Ming? Why aren't they at objective even though we're winning? And it would have been the red team like, screaming at each other, reporting each other for not going and dealing with Li Ming. I'm really surprised by that. I'm actually really surprised they let that go for as long as it did. Ronan is going to step through this bush and is going to see the enemy team stepping into this boss, and they want to try and chase into this. They have the close to 13 talent here. The Righteous Hammer gets the stun. Cho'Gall coming in. Power Slide from ETC connects. I think they thought about the mosh pit for a second right there. Honest to God, I say this all the time. Sometimes you got to give one hero, and Heroes the Storm a private dance just to get that kill. Righteous Hammer knocks Cho back towards the friendly team. They did use Gladiator's Medallion, but the objective phase is up. Joanna trying to just counter push in bottom lane, but versus a Li Ming, like, this is going to be a lot slower of a siege. Vala and friends clear out the top lane, but here's the thing. Do they telegraph that they're rotating to this boss? Because I think it is very much telegraphed. See if Cho'Gall tries to throw an eye into the bush. They throw the, they see the Vala. Ronan comes out over here. Vala's going to be stepping into them as well. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side, Cake and Urel are going to be working on that still. Just they're going to zone back this Cho'Gall. I like the way they're going to play. The Surging Fist is being charged up. They're looking to jump onto the point. Can they force them back? Really good knockback. Upheaval's going to pull them off, but they still get the boss. There's a Twisting Nether. They're going to bop them back. There's going to be ETC not going down. Resurrection instantaneously, but here's the thing. Mosh Pit drops, but it's way too early. The mosh pit will almost end by the... Okay, no, they still have a decent amount of damage here. Power Slide through, and that'll be Cho'Gall going down again. No resurrection up and available since, well, Ariel's dead as well, and all that's left is a Joanna. They move in through top lane, and FC Hong Kong... Personally, you siege as much as you can right now. It's not the longest death timers, but I think if they all push into this together, they could look for a keep in top lane, and that's going to be consistent Reaver minions through the lane. For anyone that doesn't know, we don't have catapults on Alterac Pass. We have Reaver minions, which are these big old doggo boys with the axe. So, and those are different than the gnolls that are fed in through mid lane as well. It's a different model completely. Seems like Urel's going to split off. They're going to push into mid lane. And, oh, wait, Blessed Shield. That's going to be a nice upheaval. Cake is going to get caught, but they're going to blink away. And Ana ends up going down at the end of all of that. But the keep should fall to the boss. No way it's going to survive with a sliver of health. 1,220. As this is a 16 talent tier on the horizon for FC Hong Kong. But FF and the Pancakes, they want to chase this. They want to build this late game momentum back in their favor. Cho'Gall just needs that leaden orb from level 16 for some real big harassment, but they have to get there first. They're going to try and step to this objective phase. You're all going to be jumping in. Nice Detainment Strike into the wall that also finishes out the repeated offense for the Ariel. Ronan just kind of playing around this. They do have that Encore, so Mosh Pit's up and available. Upheaval comes out. That's a Twisting Nether, which gives them slow and damage. There's going to be Rain of Vengeance as well. I believe I heard a Gladiator's Medallion being used by somebody. ETC just popping that guitar solo as they're just keeping that... I actually just realized they took guitar here at level 1. I'm completely slow on that uptake right there. They also went into Hammer On at level 7. Not a standard ETC build, but I'm actually it's working out for them. What is their self-sustain in this game? Will it show me? Words are hard tonight, chat. Buttons are hard as well. Dear Lord, Bahamut, find the number 5. There we go. Self-healing. This is what I want to look. 13,000 for the ETC. That's pretty good for them. All right. 16 talents here on the left. Cho'Gall chasing in. Keep will go down in top lane. If you're watching the minimap, there is a Reaver minion coming up to that, and they should have enough damage. That's going to be Upheaval coming out, but it won't connect. They're going to try and still take this fight as Cho'Gall goes down. Ariel not in range to get that cast, but they're going to try and step into them. Courtney is just literally running past the Vala. Pops the... Wow. Power Slide Mosh. And during all this, the objective's not even out yet, so they're going to be able to still clear out waves. The objective just now spawning. Also, I just realized that Li Ming got a kill onto Cho'Gall, a kill onto Ariel, and another kill onto Cho'Gall. Bit of an odd recap, but this... Wow, actually, sorry. I keep being surprised by things because I just looked over in top lane. I expected that keep to go down, but no. John is able to save it. This is such an awkward spot, though. Cho'Gall down for the next 10 seconds. Ariel down for 2. Can the members of FC Hong Kong end our series? Wow, chat's already calling GG's as well? Dear Lord. Well, let's see if they're able to end. This is one of the harder maps to end on. This is going to be top lane coming through, so this will be easily the fort going down. It needs a sneeze from the wave, but it's going to be delayed out for a second. Bottom lane keep will go down. Now, the big reason I'm saying I don't know if this is GG's because a lot of teams typically have a rough time ending with only one keep down due to the fact that you are only having 20, or you still have so much armor and shielding on this core, but that's going to be an upheaval. The top lane keep did go down. Cho'Gall with the Twisted Nether. There's going to be Ardent Defender coming out from Yrel. Jaeger goes down. This is a very low Cho'Gall, but they managed to get the kill into the ETC. Yrel actually went down right there. I thought they were actually going to be able to get way more with that as Stasis will be used. Nemato going to find one auto, but is it enough? The core is falling, but the objective is not going to be able to take it. 1,556. But here's the thing with Alterac Pass, if they don't take damage for a certain amount of time, they gain their health back. So with this, the core will regenerate back to full health. They're not able to end, and the game will continue. Ladies and gentlemen, it is not GG's just yet. Yeah, this map mechanic is a little more difficult. I will say this, for all the Alterac Pass games that I cast, I rarely see a single keep game. Like, I rarely see, like, keep bottom, keep top, and end game. Boss? Cho'Gall? Phew. Usually you have to take down 2 keeps at least to be able to get the armor, the physical armor and spell armor down on the core, because I believe it's 20 per, yes. So it still has 40 physical and spell armor when you only have 1 keep down, which I that's one of the reasons I feel like people can't end. It's just also too beefy, and it does too much damage back into the team. So here we're seeing the double keep. They're going to be able to clear out this boss in bottom, but I would expect FF and the Pancakes just to make a quick rotation to top and grab a top lane boss too. Shameful chat calling GG. Exactly, Softbird. FC doesn't like ending. I mean, after nothing against them, but after the Curse Hollow game, yeah, it's like they have some good win opportunity or win conditions, but they're just not taking them, and it's backfiring a little bit. Well, we'll see if that's the case in this game. They have a massive wave through this mid lane. They do have this null camp, as I was noting beforehand, how it reduces the armor of structures as well. Looks like they thought about grabbing that, but they're like, we need to burn this down. Kael'thas coming in, gets a massive flame strike into this. There's going to be double regeneration glow, but this will be keep going down in through mid lane. But does FC, are they trying to end? Apollo wanted to for a second, but no. Boston top lane comes out. The rest of the enemy team is going to hearth out, and they can just go straight objective. I think that they maybe give just boss to the Nexus forces and let it be cleared out, unless Cake is going to go. Cake is going to go throw some damage at it. Okay. Yeah, like, they'd lose the front gate and a little bit of their fort, but I think they could have 5-membered on this and stood around, and Cake's coming back now. Does throw up their positioning a little bit. Cho'Gall and friends can kind of step into this as they're going to try and walk in with Jaeger, who's so very low. Wave of Force, Power Slide. Mosh Pit's going to be dropped, but it's a Detainment Strike to interrupt it. There's going to be the Twisting Nether from this Cho'Gall, who's getting shredded by that Hungering Arrow as they find the kill into the Joanna. And now they don't even need objective. Ladies and gentlemen, they can just rush towards core because this Joanna's down, and they're going to Power Slide forward. They actually don't go for the Ariel. Maybe they thought they had enough damage right there. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but bottom lane has Reaver minions. Top lane has a boss. I thought there would be less loss from this, but that's still, I think that's a trade right there. That's objective phase. And a kill? Yeah, I take that. Excuse me. Would be hilarious if they just went bot and win. Yeah. Twisting Nether, they're pulling them in. There's wow, just so much coming out, but there is going to be, you actually saw the Leaden Orb value right there. They got so many stuns, but they turned this around. Black Stormer, they don't have Ardent Defender. They're going to try and run away and give themselves some armor, but they go down. It probably was just a little bit, as that's going to be an Ariel going down. Reset for Li Ming. I believe Resurrection wasn't used? I don't think it was, actually. So that's going to be them just down. They could self-resurrect, but it's not really worthwhile. So this is FC Hong Kong trying to step into the core now. Kael'thas doing their best to defend, but Ronin very, very low. Jaeger going to maybe chase into them. Bless is ripped, but it's not going to connect. Objective phase still rushing in. Core falling rapidly. FC Hong Kong just going to try and take this here, but they're not going to try and overextend. They don't want to step too far into this enemy team. Power Slide, Mosh Pit coming out from Ronin. They're very low. That's going to be interrupted. They end up going down, but Courtney has to pop their medallion. This is the objective, helping Vala increase their damage. They're just trying to get this Reign of Vengeance, and that'll be enough for the members of FC Hong Kong. They take the series in a 2-1 fashion. GG. Well played.